Did you know that 1,000 miles off the coast of California there is an island of plastic debris called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch? Or that it covers hundreds, if not thousands, of miles? Look it up in the November 2009 edition of the New York Times. It will boggle your mind and set you on a path to green living. Today I am going to open your eyes to the amount of garbage that fills our lives. The only way to prevent the excessive use of resources and slow the path of global warming is to live by the mantra of the Environmental Protection Agency: reduce, reuse, recycle. We do this by cutting out the plastic we bring home from the grocery store, by creating a compost pile for biodegradable refuse, by using separate bins for our recyclable material, and let us not forget to harness the power of renewable energy. The Go Green way of living is sweeping the nation, and everyone needs to be involved. Now I'm going to give you some simple tips you can apply to your everyday lives. Every day we are faced with the idea of reducing the amount of stuff in our lives. Now I'm going to talk to you about reducing the amount of stuff you throw away. One of the main ways to help reduce the amount of waste that people throw away is to ban plastic from your life. Now we all know that in our society it is impossible, but what you can do is make smarter choices. For instance, when I lived in Germany, I discovered that they do not give out plastic bags at any of their stores, not even grocery stores. You had to buy cloth bags and bring them to the store with you if you didn't want to try to balance your schnitzel and bratwurst all the way to your car. Banning plastic bags from stores is an environmental necessity. The next time you go to a store, make sure you bring your own bag or buy a cloth one. The oceans and landfills have enough of their own plastic already. Another plastic nightmare is plastic bottles. No one seems to drink water from the faucet anymore, so the amount of plastic bottles being thrown out is enormous. The solution is simple. Buy a water pitcher or a reusable bottle with a filter in it. This way you will no longer have to buy your drinking water, and you have a handy-dandy water bottle you can bring with you everywhere. Now you have reduced the amount of plastic in your life, and it was easy. However, not all environmental solutions are easy. The next improvement I'm going to persuade you into adopting is developing a compost pile and starting your own garden. Reusing your biodegradables in a compost pile is a great way to give back to the earth. The nutritions you cast off will enrich the soil, and you'll have the best lawn in the neighborhood. Not to mention the gas money you can save by not making multiple trips to the dump. The landfills will thank you for it. Also, if you create your own garden, you can cut back on landfill waste by not buying any of the fruit and vegetables that have manufacturer packaging. Another benefit is that now you have a compost pile and you have somewhere to put your cast-offs from the garden. It's called the circle of life. So far we have covered how to reduce our waste and how to reuse what we would normally throw away. Next, I will convince you to start your own recycling plan. Recycling is important to our planet. Why make more when you can recycle what we already have? Keeping a separate recycling bin for your different recyclables, such as plastic, aluminum, paper, and glass, is a necessary improvement in every household. Recycling decreases the amount of garbage in our landfill and also cuts back on the burning of fossil fuels by decreasing the amount of manufactured material. When you recycle, you allow what was once garbage to be useful again. Manufacturing material requires the burning of fossil fuels, which in turn contributes to greenhouse gases that cause global warming. That's according to the science section of the New York Times dated March 14, 2012. If we as a society make an effort to recycle, we can stop the negative impact that our population has on the planet and be proud to hand it off to generations to come. Now that we have discovered the reduce, reuse, recycle formula for success, the last thing that I would like to talk to you about is renewable energy. One of the many sources of renewable energy is the sun. Solar-powered cars and solar panels are one of the few power sources that do not greatly impact our environment. So if money is no object and you are driven to save the planet, hybrid solar-powered cars and solar panels are an excellent way to start. Driving a hybrid solar-powered car cuts back on fuel emissions by running off of a battery for the majority of the time. Automobile industries is making new and innovative vehicles that are environmentally smart. If consumers such as yourself become involved in the environmental issues like fuel prices and solar-powered cars, The industry would take off and there would be a noticeable change in greenhouse gas emissions. Using renewable energy, such as solar panels, for our everyday electric power can save the planet from climate change and global warming, because harnessing the power of the sun does not harm our atmosphere. When big cities, such as California, have citywide blackouts because we have a shortage of energy, you know the change is not only necessary, but imperative. Solar panels mounted on the roof of every house would keep our houses powered, and we would be able to stop siphoning off of our depleted natural resources. Now that you are aware of how far the problem has escalated, I will state for you the actions you should take. Now repeat after me. Reduce, reuse, recycle. We only have one planet that can sustain us. That is why we need to reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce the plastic bottles and bags that we throw away on a daily basis. Reuse drinking bottles. Use pitchers or jugs with filters. Take water straight from the tap. Recycle your plastic. We do not need more non-biodegradable garbage filling our oceans or our landfills. If you can afford it, buy hybrid solar-powered cars. Construct solar panels on your homes. Make a personal commitment to live a green lifestyle. That does not mean having a flashback to Woodstock. It is a choice each and every one of us has to make for the generations to come.